Hello and welcome to the mate update from the Tau team. You're here with me, Fola. What we're going to do this month is a little bit different. So we're going to start off with the Q&A questions and then get into the business team. And then we're going to finish off with the development team on a separate video. So to get into the first Q&A question, let's take a look. The first question is from Redneve. And they ask, how do you plan to encourage people to publish content on Agoras Live? Will there be for example, something like 3 courses offered free, or something like this? Will some of the team members make courses too, for example, on Tau?
How do we plan to encourage people to publish content on Agoras Live? Agoras Live initially is not a platform to publish content, it's a platform to share your knowledge. So you can host grab sessions and you can host one-on-one sessions there. And aside of the benefits known to you of this platform, which is cryptocurrency payments directly between knowledge seeker and provider without any platform in the middle, micropayments, and future integration with TML, which will of course significantly improve capabilities of the platform. We also aim in the very near future to add verification on the platform. It's the system where you can, for example, as a doctor, share your diplomas not to anyone but only to a verification center, get verified that you're a real doctor, and with that verified state you can get access to millions of people around the world. As for courses on Tau, you can ask Ahat if he may find the time for it. But nobody stops you as a software developer, for example, to host a course on software development, make your first grab sessions free, and other grab sessions on this course for some payments. It's up to you. The platform is not limiting you in this case. Thanks.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Andre. And this question is from Danny N. And they ask, how will the development of quantum computing challenge Tau chain? Has OHAD some sort of future quantum implementation in mind?
If you refer to cryptography, then there are works about quantum resistant cryptography. Tau can change itself, so it will be able to adapt. Maybe from the first hand to adapt a quantum resistant cryptography is not a bad idea. We will reach there and see. I don't know what will be the future of quantum computers. I personally not a great believer in them, but they need to be prepared.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Ahad. And the next question is from Dana, and they ask, can you tell us more about the work of Sergio Rudanu and its significance to TML?
Yeah, well, Rudinu wrote the best and almost the only serious books on Boolean algebra. There are many people who think they know Boolean algebra. I also thought that I know until I ran into those books and I saw that this is an amazing, fascinating world, that it is somehow a forgotten wisdom. It was always the foundation of mathematical logic, but the true Boolean algebra, this forgotten wisdom, can give many more logical tools that are not common anymore somehow. I spoke about it a lot in the past when I spoke about second-order logic, because it was my first, my only attempt, and with some success, to deal with the second-order formulas. But now I revisit this in order to have a language that supports a so-called self-referential consistency, that can speak about consistency of other statements in the language, including when it refers to itself, that this statement is itself consistent with another statement. And this is a very serious logical problem, but I found a solution for that from the Boolean algebra world, and that's why I'm again into this folder.
Thank you very much, Ahad. The next question is from Andrew, and this is the last one for the month. Hi, Ahad. How is the discussion with the academics working in terms of enhancing formulas instead of finite set of facts? Thank you.
Yeah, we are still continuing debate on how we actually deal with the law of changing the law. Ahad has a good proposal in this direction. As an alternative, actually, I worked on a proper logic solution that follows a layered approach, for instance, last month, and showed how it could eventually be implemented in Isabelle. That would give another form of dealing with agreement on the level of the law and agreements on the level above, on the level of changing the law, and eventually level on top, but it wouldn't give us all at the same time in one big bag. So there's some certain progress here on having a vision of possible roads. The optimal road still is being debated on the table, but also there, I think there's a promising suggestion now being made by Ahad.
Thank you very much there, Christoph. And now we'll get into the rest of the team's updates. So I'll start it off with Killian for his update this month.
Yes, hey everybody. So this month, a couple of things have been going on. First, I've been doing some pitch deck refinements. Now we're at the stage where we are finally comfortable to hand the pitch deck to the designers to give it a revamp. We've also this month already pitched our project to the Fraunhofer Institute, who were quite interested in the project. But yeah, we have to see where this relation goes to in the future or leads to in the future. I've also been working on getting us an Asian marketing partner and a tier 1 exchange listing, but still nothing have come out of it. So we still need to push on this front. We've also started collecting testimonials from both team members of ours, but also our community members. Also, if you're willing to give us a testimonial, there's a link underneath the video or in the video description. Any testimonial really helps us to drive more attention to our project. Yeah, I've also been doing some regular community support and tried following up with some of the YouTubers that we've been having discussions before. I've created a TikToker list of crypto-focused TikTokers. Let's see if we can establish some relationships there. And I've created a list of relevant Telegram and also Discord crypto-focused groups, not necessarily just already existing coins, like groups connected to blockchain projects that have a coin, but like crypto groups where crypto groups that are not necessarily direct connected to a specific cryptocurrency, but where people are looking for interesting projects. So the more or the larger of a list we have there, the more or the larger also the resources are that we can tap into once we want to. Yeah, and the community member of the month this month is Andrew, for having provided us with a great testimonial. So congratulations, and let me just quickly read out the testimonial so you can get an impression of what we are looking for. So Andrew writes, the only project I know which the team showing themselves while reporting the status of the project on a monthly video. There is always commits on GitHub every month. The team keeps expanding and hiring more people to help the project succeed. Tau, the David amidst the many Goliath. This small project with big goals attempts to solve the bottleneck for human progress. It attempts to solve the problem with discussion, as discussions do not scale. Have you heard about big companies such as Google, Facebook, or Amazon attempting to solve the same? Only this one publicly attempts to solve it for discussions to scale. Agoras, I would love to see how we can use our smartphones as computational resources and receive rewards while sleeping. So thank you, Andrew, and that's it from me so far.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Killian. From my side of things, I've been actually working with Carolina and Killian, and in fact, most of the team, to be fair, but working on use cases for Tau to create a branding brief for our designers. We've actually received some really interesting designs back from them, some really interesting feedback from a couple of different teams. We continue to work on the design side of things. And what we've decided to do is to come back all together, and before we give the feedback to the designers, just to make sure we're all aligned internally, we've come together to create a branding brief to make sure that we're all singing from the same hymn sheet before we go back to the designers, because we've got so many ideas internally and so many, Tau can look like so many different things, and we've got such a varied team, so many great ideas. We want to make sure that we go back to the designers with something that is structured and that we all agree on. We need Tau soon, so we can get this consensus quicker. So what I've been working on is helping Carolina and Killian on use cases and some branding briefs. I've also been alongside Killian working on exchanges. Killian had a list of exchanges to reach out to. I had my list of exchanges to reach out to. I tried a couple of different methods. My exchanges were predominantly based in Asia. So I initially started working on LinkedIn and doing some outreach via LinkedIn to listing partners. I found out very quickly that a lot of LinkedIn listing partners are actually fake. So that was a bit of a time waste, but good information to know for the future. We do have a lot of partners who work with these exchanges, and I've just been working on getting feedback from them in terms of prices to get us on bigger and better exchanges. I've also applied to a few exchanges as well. So we look to get some feedback from them too. I'm not sure how long it will take to get the feedback because the process is very big. And I'm sure that they would have to filter through a lot of other applications too. So if I can find more contacts to help us on that endeavor, I will keep you guys updated. And working on a Chinese marketing partner, we do have someone that we're working with, beginning to have some interesting discussions with. I have been working with Ethan, who is our advisor and community manager for Asia in China. And he has been giving me some great advice in terms of where we want to go and what publications we want to be featured in. So I hope to get some feedback from them on that based on Ethan's input. I've also been working on internal contracts and agreements. This is some of the most boring stuff, basic administration. As you guys know, I do a lot of the internal stuff at IDNI. I've also been working on trying to find a new UX designer, a product designer who can create a prototype sort of visual for Tau to help explain what Tau could be like. Alongside that, internally only, I have created a explaining Tau video in a visual way, as visual as I could, just for the internal team. So I hope to get some feedback on that and then also create a public version for you guys to see, just so you can sort of see the features and what Tau could look like. Just sort of use that as a basis for, what features, are possible. Which is, pretty much whatever you agree on, to be fair. But just to sort of give everyone a visual view of Tau, which is going to be quite useful, I think, because we worked with our marketing agency, some feedback from our marketing agency that we've been working with, and they've also asked for a similar thing, just to sort of get them over the line. And we've, on the marketing front, we've decided to slightly change that. Well, it's quite a big direction change, but to change direction in terms of how we communicate Tau. We've gone from, focusing on logical AI to focusing on understanding each other. And that's the direction that we want to go with. It's very important. We talk about discussions. We talk about having this 1 million person discussion. It is underlying with logical AI. but we want to focus on the human-to-human communication aspect of things. So that's the update from me this month. I expect to have a lot of progress on the next month on these tasks as well, because I'm quite deep into them. So yeah, so that's it for me. And over to Carolina for her update this month.
Hi, everyone. So here's a quick update from the marketing department. So this week we have finalized the TAO branding brief, and it will include 5 sample use cases that could be a great starting point for understanding the endless possibilities of the TAO platform. And I'm very excited to use this brief to brief the designers in a couple of days. So we will be seeing the vision for TAO coming to life pretty soon. And the next step for me is going to be articles on TAO and some of its most prominent features. So I will be working on that in the upcoming days. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carolina. And that's it from us, the Q&A and the rest of the team, excluding the development team, which will be on a separate video coming after this one. Yeah, let us know what you think about having 2 videos instead of just one long video. Let us know if you want to split it into 3 videos, just a Q&A. And yeah, we'll see you in Telegram and on the next video in regarding the development team. Cheers.